Hey guys.
Up close and personal. What's up? What's up? So, I saw my mom today, and she bought me this top. It's from Maurice's. It's a little bit big, but I just love it. I don't know. The material is really nice. So, thanks me for the nice top. My mom's always thinking of me that way. Sam is here, of course. This is going to just be mukbang and Q&A. So, alright, question 1. If you could only eat one dish for the rest of your life, what would it be? If I could only eat one dish and not have any consequences, it would probably be pizza. What is your favorite kind of chips to eat? Dill pickle. What is your favorite season and why? Fall or autumn, because Halloween is in autumn and I'm a weirdo. I guess I'm not weird, but I love ghosts and ghouls. What is your favorite food? I get asked that a lot. I don't know, I guess I love pickles. Like, I'm obsessed with pickles and olives. But I love pizza. You know that. You guys know that. Have you traveled outside of Canada? If so, and where and how did you like it? I've been to the United States, I've been to Florida, I've been to New Jersey, and I've been to New York. And that is it. Which is not much. I really liked it. I really liked New York City. Kind of busy for me though, but I was with my family. They had some cool stores. They had a MAC store that was like 2 levels, like the MAC Cosmetics. And Florida was really cool. I like how they have little lizards everywhere. I really love those little lizards. Can you explain more about how you and BB met? We met online on a dating site. I have a video about that. The person asking this is a new sub, so just watch through my videos. I do explain that in quite a few of my videos. Thanks for your questions, guys, by the way. My question is, do you think you're going to fit all these questions in one video? Probably not. Do you see you and BB getting married in the future? Yeah. Yes. Do you want kids? Right now? I don't know. I'm very torn. Are you born and raised Canadian? Yes. So many people are asking, do you want to have kids? Does your boyfriend try to motivate you to lose weight? That's a tricky question because he doesn't encourage me not to. He's very supportive about things that I do about my health. And, but, you know, I think he leaves that up to me, but he doesn't encourage, you know, unhealthy behaviors. Let's just say that. What's the story with your biological dad? That's kind of a long one. I might do it in a video someday, but I talked a bit about it in my Binge video. After 6 years together, how do you spice up your relationship? Oh, we don't really. I think after years go by in a relationship, things change. They get more subdued, whatever. But I don't think that's a bad thing. I used to think it was. I used to think it was like a sign that things are going stale. But I think it's just the relationship maturing and settling in. So I don't think we really need to spice, you know, things up. I'm actually pretty vanilla when it comes to that kind of stuff. You know, just like missionary gal. Do you have any siblings? And if so, how many? Yes, I have siblings, but we have different. My sister, who is 21, we have different fathers. Same mother. I'm close to her. She was in one of my videos. I have 2 brothers my dad has with another woman, and I've never met them. I'm pretty sure they don't even know I exist. You know? Enjoy your date. Thank you. 2 questions. 1, what do you and BB like to do together when you are free? Do you go out and do stuff? We used to go out a lot together. We actually, when we first got together, we would go out clubbing a lot with friends and things like that, and go out to dinner. Now we're kind of hermits. We more like to just stay at home and watch a good movie together. We have TV shows that we like to watch together. So we like to watch like The Walking Dead or different shows together and talk about it. And just stay in and like cuddle, you know, that's like my favorite thing to do. I know you're not working at the moment. How do you support yourself financially? I'm curious. I've watched every single video on your channel and love your story time. Thank you. Okay, so there's some things I don't want to talk about in my personal life, and how I make money is one of them. It's not anything secretive. or anything like that. I'm not doing like weird porn, like fart porn, or you know, feeder fetish porn, or not that there's anything wrong with that, but I'm not doing something that I would, you know, I don't like telling certain things because I feel like more vulnerable if everybody, like so many thousands of people know those types of things about my life, you know? So I'm going to keep my finances private, but I do contribute financially. What YouTubers that aren't mukbangers do you watch? I recently started watching Candy Fox. She's a plus size girl, and she does a lot of try-on hauls. So I like watching try-on hauls, like Sarah Ray Vargas. I love watching gaming. I actually love watching PewDiePie, and I love watching the Rad Brad. And I love Dan Bell. He does like urban exploration, exploring with Josh, those kind of videos. Can you tell us more about your love story with BB? I know how you guys met, but like, how did you guys move in together? What are the obstacles that you face as an international and interracial couple? That's really interesting. We moved in together. He was needing to move out. He was living with some roommates in university, and they were moving away, so he was needing to figure out what to do. And so he was going to be moving anyway, and I needed to move to get away from my ex. So we decided to move in together, I think in 2011, and it was great, you know, like finally having, because we used to have to like, we didn't have any place to really go that was private because he was living with roommates. So having your own place together, you know, was really exciting. Obstacles you face as an international, interracial couple. Honestly, we haven't really had any trouble. As an interracial couple, are there any obstacles? No, because he's very open-minded. And I am too, and we accept the differences, you know what I mean? Like, we embrace them, so. But I can see how it would be a challenge for some people, you know, because there's cultural differences and they might clash with your beliefs and everything, but not for us. What is your favorite childhood memory? Of course, it revolves around food. I think coming home after school to a warm grilled cheese and a hot bowl of Campbell's chicken noodle soup and watching the Flintstones. That's one of them. What are your family traditions for Christmas? We do like family get-together, turkey, opening presents, all the, just, you know, the traditional, run-of-the-mill traditional type of Christmas thing. If there's one superpower you could have, what would it be? I want to be invisible so I can watch people shower. I'm such a creep. What's one quality about BB you admire the most and wish you had? I guess just his lack of anxiety. Like, I'm very anxious, very, you know, overwhelmed person. And he keeps me grounded, so he's very grounded and mature that way. I wish I was like that. Would you ever color your hair blonde? I have before. I'll try to find a picture and insert it here if I find it. Would I do it again? Probably not. It's not good for your hair if you're really dark to go blonde. Have your cards read, tarot reading, and get it filmed. Would I have my tarot cards read and get it filmed? I totally would. I was thinking of doing that, actually. Will you come to New York and have dinner with me, Kristen? Heck yes! Who are your role models? Oh boy. That's a good question. I'll have to think about that. What inspired you to do mukbangs? Can you share any old photos of you to us? I was going to do a video showing you guys old photos, so I will do that. By the way, I love you. Oh, thank you. Love you too. What inspired you to do mukbangs? My love of food and love of talking. I'm being introduced to mukbang. I was like, oh, I want to try this, you know? And so I did. What do you love most about BB? Oh boy, there's so many things I love about BB. I guess what I love most about him is how much he loves and cares about me.
I wish you could smell this place right now. It smells good, eh, babe? Thanks for cooking.
Do you know what I feel like? Do you know what I mean? Like, I just feel safe. What's your least favorite food? Again, I pretty much like everything. I have to think about it. I think pickled eggs. Oh yeah, I'm not big on eggs. You have a unique and awesome sense of humor. Have you ever considered doing stand-up comedy? Oh, no. But thank you. I don't think that... I mean, I don't know if I could do that. Because stand-up comedy is a lot different, but I'm flattered that you think that. Where did you and BB meet? Online. BB seems to always be working. He does work hard. What does he do for a living? He works in security. Absolutely love your channel and you. So genuine, upfront. Hope you're feeling better. Much love from Scotland. Thank you. Do you deal with mental health issues in life, and how do you deal with it on a day-to-day basis? I think, I don't know. I think I do have mental health issues, like depression, anxiety, food addiction. But for the longest time, I wasn't dealing with it at all. So I'm going to be seeking help on those things, because I haven't been officially diagnosed with anything. So, but I just know from symptoms, things like not wanting to start the day, insomnia, or sleeping too much, just a lack of giving a crap, So how do I deal with it? I haven't been dealing with it very well. I don't really know how to deal with it. So I'm gonna need to get help with that. How do you deal with toxic people in your life? Well, just like on YouTube, I block and delete. I seriously, that's one thing I don't think I give people enough of a chance sometimes. You're annoying me and you're just giving me a bad vibe. Goodbye, What advice would you give to someone who is so confused with their life and where it's heading? I'm in that boat right now. Like, I've always been in that boat. I don't think there's anything wrong with not having a clear direction. I think having a straight path is kind of boring, So I would say just make sure you're trying to do something that makes you happy. And if you're in an unhappy situation, really do everything you can to get out of it. What is the best and worst purchases you've ever made? I've never been asked that before. Oh boy. My best purchases is my Unsolved Mysteries Ghost Collection. You guys know I love these. I've seen them all so many times. I know every word by heart. I could put them on mute and voiceover. The worst purchase I've ever made, probably this Restore laxative powder, because I don't need it. I don't have a gallbladder. I don't need to poop. But it was prescribed to me, and I didn't know what it was till I brought it home, and I'm like, wait, I don't need to poop. Maybe I'll go donate it to an old age home. Why do you call BB BB? I don't know. I have all these weird nicknames for people that I love in my life, and I don't have any idea where they come from. Like Smee from my mom. My ex was Pete. His name was Jamie. BB, I think it's just like, how people call their loved one Babe or Honey. Well, I don't know, to go BB. And BB Junes, it's not related. BB is BB, and BB Junes is BB Junes. She has a Junes on the end. When will you commit to therapy? I feel like the short answer to that is it's not really anybody's business, right? I have shared personal things like that in my life with you guys in the past, but I'm under no obligation to keep sharing what I don't want to share. If I want to stop and keep my life private, I have every right to do that. And I don't have to explain anything. You watch me do a video, you have no idea if I'm in therapy or not. So for all you know, I could be. So unfortunately, I'm going to leave that a mystery for you guys. I just jotted them down quickly, so it's not like verbatim, but intermittent fasting is not for 4 to 6 hours. No. What I meant was that was my eating window. On some days, I find it beneficial to eat less. There's going to be chewing. For me, when I do mukbang, what people eat on mukbangs, they do it for their videos. Mukbang is a social interaction eating thing. The majority of my viewers in the analytics are female. So it's not for feeders only, okay? If somebody wants to watch my video who is attracted to somebody eating and that's what gets them off, that's their problem. That's not, who am I to judge that? You know what I'm saying? I find it just ignorant to say all your viewers are feeders. If you're not a feeder, comment below, okay? Let's just do an experiment with that. And for those wondering why anyone would want to watch this, why are you watching it? Like, if it's not your thing, just because it's not for you, doesn't mean it's not for other people. You know what I mean? Like, Um, so when I've said intermittent fasting, for me, when I would eat like larger amounts of food, that would be my meal. You know, I'd eat like in the 4 to 6 window or whatever. And then for me, I'd be full forever, for a while. So I don't need to eat again for a long time. So for me, it just helps digest fully. And I feel better that way, you know? I'm not doing it for weight loss. I'm doing it to feel healthier. Okay, number 3 was weigh in. Again, I don't feel that my weight is anyone's business. And I've changed my mind about that since doing weight related stuff on my channel. I'm sorry, but I feel as a big person, I don't like, just because I'm big and eating doesn't mean I owe anyone an explanation. You know, people talk about food addicts and people with eating disorders. We have to eat regardless. And you can't judge somebody. You can't dictate how somebody's treating that disorder. I'm going to take Megan McCollum. I think, is it Megan McCollum? There's a couple of other mukbangers who, used to be big and have issues with eating, disordered eating. And it's a lot more common than you think. So you can't just discriminate against me. She's really fit now and she still does large mukbangs. And she eats a lot more than I do. And she used to be overweight. You can't dictate how somebody treats their issues. For me, overly restricting and abstinence, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just not the way I'm doing things. And that's my business. Like, I do keep track of my weight. I don't share it anymore because I'm not into being shamed. I notice that comments when people are trying to lose weight, they get so much praise. But when people aren't, or they're overweight and it doesn't seem like they're trying to lose weight, they get hate. And it's just like, I'm not about that, you know? Nobody deserves hate based on if they're trying to lose weight or not. And you don't know what someone's trying to do in their private life. You're just assuming. And this ties into, I have been keeping track of my weight. I actually weigh less than I did before my surgery. How is doing mukbangs not self-harm? Like I said, we have to eat. Everyone has to eat. For me, it helps me. And that's fine if you don't believe that. We don't need to. For me, eating delicious food, to me, it feels like a job now. At first it was a bit rocky because I was like, oh wow, you know, all this food. But now it's like, it's a job. And around that, I embrace eating healthy. You know what I mean? I embrace having a schedule that I can finally like stick to. And by not labeling foods as bad or good, I'm helping with that disordered way of thinking. So for me, mukbangs are helping. And you can say, well, how come you're not losing weight? Dude, you don't know how much I weigh. 2, it's going to take a long time since I'm not drastically restricting calories to really lose a good amount of weight. So it's like, I guess time will tell. But in the meantime, I don't feel like my weight. I think if you're here to watch me, I'm going to do mukbangs. And if you don't like it, you don't have to watch. But don't try to make life miserable for everybody else who chooses to live their life in a way that you don't agree with. To me, that's discrimination. And I might sound bitchy. Like, people wonder why I get a lot of hate, but I'm telling it like it is. Like, so yeah. What do you want to do differently in 2020 that you did in 2019? Not just focus on making my resolution about my weight and trying to prove to people that I'm worthy because I can lose weight. I want to focus on leaving all negativity behind and truly accepting that what people say about me is none of my business. Talk about the thing. I don't know if I feel like I've already explained it, but since I can remember my own existence, I've always done weird noises. Between Pete's and I, we call them sayings. So is one of them. When I was a kid, for example, I had a cat named Phoebers. And I used to go, Phoebers! Or, grrr. Yeah, grr was a noise I used to do a lot. Grrr, for like no reason. Not a disorder, I'm just weird. I saw someone do an entire video trying to psychoanalyze why I do these things, and it just makes you look ridiculous because it just boils down to the fact that I'm weird. But hey, I found it funny. All right. Do you feel uncomfortable in public when you go out to eat or grocery shopping? Nope, not at all. Maybe I have in the past, but not now. Like I said, what changed was my attitude that I'm fat, and that's not a reason for somebody to judge me. If they want to be judgmental, that's on them. What other people think of me, that's fine. Why would I care? Why should I care if I'm eating at a restaurant and someone's looking at me and thinking she's fat? Like, they don't have any impact on my life. They don't know me, and they're the judgmental one. So really, who has the problem, right? So why am I? You know what I mean? Another thing I just want to touch on is the whole body positivity thing. I see a lot of people making reactions anytime I want to do something to change the way I look or enhance the way I look or whatever. I'm anti-body positive. Or maybe I'm not. For me, body positivity. Sorry, my memory was maxed out, so I don't even remember what I was ranting about. Oh yeah, the body positivity thing. It means something different for everybody. And just because I am interested in getting lip fillers or I put on makeup, people say I Photoshop. That is not true. I don't know how to use Photoshop, so I'm not even going to entertain that. I don't know if they mean generally doctor my photos, which I don't. Nobody looks good in 100% of their photos, or good or whatever. You know what I mean? Sometimes you look better. Sometimes you look not so put together. I had somebody accuse me of filtering my photo, calling me a catfish, which a catfish to me is like, you really don't look like yourself. But they were using Snapchat filters. Like, what the hell? Anyway, so body positivity for me is not being ashamed of being overweight and being positive about it instead of, I hate myself because I'm so fat. Like, that mentality doesn't help me. That's all it means to me. It's a weight thing. It's not just because you don't love every single thing about your face. And that's face positivity. It's not body positivity. The whole lip thing. Fillers thing. So yeah. There you go. I need a bib. I know I say that every time. Favorite Christmas memories. So every year is a great year for me for Christmas. Knock on wood. And I'm very thankful and grateful for just the day. The white snow. The Christmas music, the Christmas tree, everything about it. You know, the dinner, the smell of the dinner cooking is the best part. Even probably better than eating it. There was one Christmas where we were all together. My grandma was still healthy. I was a kid. I remember she gave me $100 on a card. And that was my first $100. I was like, oh wow. To me that was like so awesome, you know? So that was, yeah. Another memory I have is my grandpa had a chalet in like the Laurentian Mountains. And it was so beautiful. The snow falling, no civilization nearby. You're on a mountain, like out on the balcony, it just looked like a winter wonderland. And I remember finding a Santa sleigh in the woods, like right beside his house. And it was magical for me as a kid. And we used to go on this like snow thing down the hill in his yard. It was a good memory. He always had the same nutcracker up every year. The whole family would be there. It was great times. He ended up selling it, I think, when he moved to New York. This is regarding the follow-up with my biopsy. So when they remove my cysts, they're going to be biopsying them, or they are right now. I asked the doctor that, and I have an appointment on January 17th when everything should be in to discuss it, but they don't have any worry for concern. They didn't see any spreading or anything like that, so they're not worried, so which is good. as for the blood thinners, because I was on blood thinners because they're called serous, borderline serous tumors, ovarian tumors, and they were borderline. So there is some malignancy there, or malignant potential, and that's where they think that the blood clots, it was causing the blood clots.
Not related to my weight. Even the doctor said that, and I'm gonna believe the doctor more than anybody else. So,
and that's actually another question I got, was the health at every size. What that means is, I'm not negating the health risks that obesity carries with it. What I'm saying is, just because you see somebody overweight, don't make assumptions on their health. And that's actually thin privilege. Whenever if you're small, people look at you and don't automatically assume that you have high blood pressure, you have diabetes, you have cholesterol problems. Anyone with cholesterol problems I know is thin. So don't make assumptions just based on how somebody looks, is what I'm trying to get at. My A1C, I was wrong about that. Actually, that was from months ago, the result I was looking at from a while ago. Most recently, the most recent one I had was 5.3. So that's pretty good. So yeah. And it wasn't 6.3, it was 6.1 the time before that. So yeah, I don't know if it matters if you eat or not, but that was like after I had just eaten lunch and they had tested it. But apparently I guess it doesn't matter if you eat because it's like a three month random thing. But yeah, so I'm just going by what my medical records say. So yeah, so that's it. My most recent test was 5.3. Someone said, show us some Christmas activities in your area, lights and things like that. I did just recently do a Magic of Lights video, so I will post the link there if you want to check it out. Took some of my lipstick off. I'm not really into, there is also the Festival of Lights or something like that where you can walk around and look at all the lights like I did at the pumpkin place. It's been like minus 30. I'm not walking in that. I love this soup, man. What is your star sign and do you believe it's true? Well, all right, I'm an Aries. And you tell me based on we'll take the negative traits of an Aries listed. And these are repeat ones. So you tell me if it's true. Impatient, impulsive, stubborn, reckless, bossy, temperamental, argumentative, competitive, headstrong. I would say, yeah, unfortunately. I was really into learning about my Zodiac when I was younger. I'll never forget. This Aries tape I bought at the Dollarama one time. I listened to it, and the one thing I always remember about my star sign is people love to hate me and hate to love me. And in a lot of ways, that's true. I feel that way about most Aries I know as well, honestly. No, I'm not saying these are traits that people shouldn't work on, but if Zodiacs are true, and it's written in the stars that this is how you are, it's a lot harder to change. I'm buttering my biscuit. And we're going to do a Q&A with Pete.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So, P.S. asks, shaken or stirred, or what is his favorite Betty?
What?
Favorite drink.
Oh.
Water and Sprite. Those are the two things that I drink, really.
Yep. You don't really drink anything else.
Yeah. Cookie Cat asks, is there anything Chantel does in particular that gets on your nerves?
Wait. Oh, I want to see my sign language version of that?
Okay.
Hey, and be kind when you're answering this question.
Okay. She has Casey.
No, but is there anything that gets on your nerve? Let me know.
On occasion, you can be a little much.
All right, next question.
Diane Gonzalez, how's living together just being friends? Have you noticed anything different about each other? We've lived together before, so obviously I haven't noticed anything different. Living together being as friends, that's how we first lived together. So
that's true.
It's good.
I don't think people fully understand the dynamic of our relationship, so.
Jillian asks, is there anything that makes you instantly like someone when you first meet? Your red check, no. What is your favorite scent? I'm not sure. Most dangerous thing you've ever done? Nothing in particular. I've never really taken any chances. Least scary to most scary.
What?
Least scary to most scary. I'm going to say centipedes, then spiders, then leeches, snakes, rats, and sand. Oh no, that was most scared to least scared. I did it the other way around. Sorry. Favorite conspiracy? I do like the lizard people conspiracy. It's amusingly stupid. I think I've seen better ones, but that's just the one that comes to mind. Do you believe in anything supernatural? Nope. Debbie asks, why do you hold your fork like a shovel? Because I'm busy. I'm working that food or something. I don't know. What is the chore you hate doing the most? Anything that requires I stand up. Do you have any hobbies? Yep. Yeah, I like reading. I like watching Let's Plays on YouTube. Been watching one of Life is Strange Before the Storm. And after that I'll probably watch Final Fantasy VII Remake one. What was your favorite vacation? It would have to be one of the times I went to Scotland.
How many times did you go?
3, maybe 4.
You got sick, by the way. Jet lag?
Oh yeah, I always got bad jet lag. And yeah, I haven't been since I was like 14. Day in the life of me? I don't think we'll be doing one of those videos because I don't actually do anything. Riona Noxell asks if I have Asperger's. I honestly have no idea.
The testing is expensive.
Yeah, and Amy Muller wanted to ask the same thing. And yeah, I have no idea. My therapist doesn't think I am. I suspect I probably am on the spectrum. The test to do it is like $3,000.
And even if you are, who cares?
Yep.
Anyway.
Ivana D asks if I'm in a relationship. Nope. If you find someone, would you still stay or move out? And how do you explain you live with your ex? I mean, I'd stay until it was serious enough that the girl and I decided to get our own place. And as for how I explain it, we're best friends. Will you ever explain the food you're eating better than pretty good? No. Megan Kendall asks if I watch Chantel's videos. I actually don't. I'm a bad friend. But also, like, I live with the Chantel show. What do I need to watch it for?
Yeah, I mean...
if all animals could talk, which species do you think would be the rudest?
That's a weird question.
I mean...
Hey, and be kind when you're answering this question.
Okay. I'm gonna say cats. Cats are already jerks.
I think so. I think they would just be downright condescending as hell.
Yeah.
I mean... Yeah. Cats.
Drive or own a license? I don't. I had a license when I was a teenager.
And you drove like a granny, so you...
I never liked driving.
Yeah.
I was always uncomfortable driving, and I just let it lapse. Barbie and Jay asks if I have any brothers and sisters. I have an older brother. My favorite food, snack, dessert. Favorite food? Probably just steak. I love steak. Beef. Give me beef. Snack? I love me some Kit Kats. M&M's. Dessert? Carrot cake. Do I want to find the love of my life and have my own family with children? Or do I prefer to stay single? No kids. Definitely no kids. But I'd like to have a girlfriend. I'd like to have someone I can cuddle up with and kiss and whatever. If I could go anywhere in the world, where would be my first destination? I'd love to go back to Scotland. I'd also love to visit the Studio Ghibli amusement park that's going to be opening in, or theme park that's going to be opening in Japan in another couple of years. I'd love to see that because I love Studio Ghibli.
Might take longer now with the Corona.
We'll see.
Yeah.
And question for both of us. You have the opportunity to have dinner with a famous person of your choice. Who would you want to have dinner with, and what food would you want to be served? What would be your answer?
Dinner with a famous person?
Yeah.
I don't know. You tell your answer. I have to think of mine.
I'm not good at talking to people I don't already know, so that would be like, whether they're famous or not, I'd find it just uncomfortable for me.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I would want to have dinner with Elvis Presley and eat cheeseburgers with him because he liked cheeseburgers.
What was this? Was it banana sandwiches that he liked as well?
He liked banana and peanut butter on his burgers, actually.
Yeah.
But you want to eat with somebody who likes food. You don't want to eat with any of these friggin', from California, Hollywood. They eat like pinkberry and like salad greens and that's it. You want to eat. Anyway, go ahead.
Ruzy86. When I found out Chantel eats on YouTube for a living, what did I think? I think my thought was, okay then. Back at Crazy 2010 asks, when I was a kid, what did I want to be when I grow up? I got a few ideas. Psychologist was one that I wanted for a while.
Really? You wanted to be a psychologist?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm not sure why. And then I sort of shifted to wanting to be a librarian.
Remember you and your mom used to laugh at all the career things?
Yeah. I'm going to be a Mountie.
I wanted to be an RCMP. That would never happen.
You wouldn't even be able to get up on a horse. Stubby little legs of yours.
I wouldn't do that to a horse.
Never mind your weight. Those stubby little legs can get you up on a horse.
That's true.
Even if you lost the weight. Favorite candy? M&M's, born in Canada? Yes. In fact, I was actually born in Montreal. You just be a Montrealer.
You don't speak
Montreal.
French.
Nope.
Just like a lot of Montrealers.
I moved to Ontario when I was like 6 months old. Crystal Hoffman asked which name I prefer. I prefer James.
Over what, Jamie?
Yeah.
I prefer Jamie.
Erica Jaramillo asks how old I am. 35. And my 3 favorite things about Chantel. Next question. Fine.
Build me up, buttercup.
Kamish 1016 asks if I dated anyone after her. After Chantel. Yes. Yeah, just the one girl.
What was her name again?
Was it me, right?
I don't know. Was it?
I think so.
Remember her name. Meaningful relationship.
Clearly, yeah. Maureen Teresa, you're always so nonchalant and easygoing. What can really piss you off? A lot of things, honestly. Yeah, I actually can get angry pretty easily. When things, aren't going my way. Things aren't going the way I expect them to. So. Lauren Copper asks, does Chantel sneak meat in your food? Good question. I mean, I suppose I'll have to give no comment here.
Wow.
How would I know if she's sneaking and eating my food?
Yeah, I do. You actually keep your snacks in your room.
Also, my favorite video game.
Yep.
Let me know when you want me to stop. Asks my funniest memory of Chantel. Oh, that's a tough one. There's a lot. Guessing that the Canada arm was made in Russia was a good one. Also, anytime that she just completely loses it and just laughs herself half unconscious is always great. Crazy for Oat wants to know what my dream girl is like. Available. Likes me. Is the blast to live with your BFF, who is also one of the most hilarious people in the world. Chantel has the best personality of all time.
Some would argue that.
Nah.
Including myself. Nah.
It is. It's good to live with. I really like living with her.
Aw, thanks, Pete. You know?
I never feel lonely.
Really? That's good. Oh, and people, I saw a question, but we are going to be getting Timbit.
Yeah.
On Mother's Day.
Yeah, that's the plan, is to go on Mother's Day. Well, is that next weekend?
Yep.
Because I didn't actually tell my mom. Oops. Call her Saturday.
Why have you never tried swimming as a form of low-pack exercise in your health journey? I see that you've tried walks, going to the gym, weight training, but never swimming. The comment is longer, but that's basically the question. I have tried swimming at the gym when I was a member at the gym. But with COVID, the gyms are closed. And plus, I just don't feel comfortable going to a gym to exercise during COVID. And another reason is I hate the gym. And another reason is, just being honest, another reason is public pools freak me out. Gyms public pools just gross me out. I think I've said this before, but you're swimming and everybody else is like dead skin cells, body hair, pee, band-aids. Thank you for your question. Are you dating or talking to anyone? At this point in my life, I'm not going to kiss and tell. But, no. Talking? No, honestly, I'm not. I'm just focusing on me. I don't really have any interest in, you know, doing that right now. So what do you do to ease a bruised ego when your subs say mean things? Is there anything you do to brush it off, like meditation or positive affirmations? I want to start a YouTube channel, but know for a damn fact that people's cruelty and mean words would kill me inside. Word of advice. I don't know, it's a tough one, because if you're going to let the opinions of others destroy your soul, might not be good to do social media, because people can be quite, they will try. It doesn't bruise my ego. It's not like I read a mean comment and, you know, go and meditate and be like, oh, it's not true, you know. So, you know, sometimes I get angry at hypocrisy online and online bullies and things that they say, but overall I don't let it, someone else's stranger's opinion of me affect my self-image or my self-worth. And whatever someone says to you that is really vile and mean really is just them projecting. So just think of yourself as a big projection screen, and what others' opinions are of you, it really has nothing to do with you, like, you know, especially really mean things. So yeah, but it does take practice. It's a learning experience to not let others determine your self-worth. But if anything, being on YouTube in a way has made me stronger that way, more resilient. Okay, so I'll lump these two together. Where do you want to be in 5 years? Mind, body, soul. What's your future look like to you? And, oh, sorry, that one was from RD. The swimming one was from RD. Angela, talking to anyone. Michael, the previous one. This is from Ivana D and Ruth. And thank you, everybody, for your questions. Do you have any career goals separate to YouTube? Is there any areas of work study that interest you? So, I love being a YouTuber. If I didn't, I wouldn't be here, because honestly, when I'm bored with something or not happy, I do whatever I can to get out of it. When I was at jobs that I didn't like or didn't seem fair pay-wise, I did everything I could, you know, night and day, just applied for jobs. Did what I could to get jobs and got out of there. So I do love doing YouTube. I want to get, as I see this as my career, I want to eventually progress in this field, maybe learn new skills in editing. Like I said, after COVID, do some travel vlogs, try different things. The possibilities are endless when you turn on a camera and film. You know, you could do whatever. And I love that freedom. I love that I'm my own boss. Being an Aries don't do well having a, you know, we like to be our own boss. So I would really like to keep on this track, especially since social media jobs are growing. I think this is the way of the future, and I would really like to just stay on board with it and persevere with that. Where I see myself in 5 years? I don't know. I don't really like to, I like to live in the now, because it can be overwhelming to think that far ahead, but generally just keep evolving as a person, and in a very positive mind space, in a healthier spot, and just living a good life, you know? Do you ever consider having a romantic relationship with Peeves again? Peeves and I are BFFs. Honestly, at this point, if we had a romantic relationship, it would be so weird. It would be like doing it with my brother. Honestly, I think that ship has sailed. We make each other happy, but not on a romantic level. So my answer is, I don't like to assume the future, but probably not. Free Jade, when did you realize you had a problem with binge eating? What was that moment like for you? Oh my gosh. I've been doing it since I'm about 15, and I think I just always kind of ignored that I had a problem, or wasn't really aware that it was like an actual problem. Maybe just for like the past few years, and it's I was in denial for a long time, so I didn't have like a, oh my gosh, I have a problem. It wasn't like a devastating moment, I guess, or like a super realization. I'm still working through that mindset. So Elvia Lopez Dorado. Hi Chantal, if you were not doing YouTube, what would you be doing? Good question. I don't know. Good question. I really don't know. Probably working in a medical office somewhere, but I'm not sure. When I left my job, I was on unemployment for a while, and just taking a break and living off of severance pay, and just like deciding what to do. So I don't know, I might have been working back in an office or going back to school. What would make you happy? Like, what is the one thing that would complete your life that would bring you happiness? I don't think there is such thing as one thing that would complete my life. There's not one pill to make you happy to complete your life. Now, I think growing spiritually would really is a form of happiness. Like, you know, getting to a spot where I'm just such a carefree, positive headspace all the time, most of the time, and just continue to grow morally, ethically, spiritually as a person. New coping skills for weight management. I've talked about this, but I'm going to take the stick off because it's really no use. It's no use. Chubby use. So, I'm currently in therapy. I'm seeing a dietitian. And I'm not weighing myself. We're working on reversing mindset, changing mindset with intuitive eating to help with binge eating disorder. Rebecca Durkee, did your doctor give you an exercise plan? So happy you're doing well. No. They did not. Maureen, we're just basically focusing on, you know, the intuitive eating and the, I mean, we're not, they don't, if you mean the therapy, they're not really there to tell you to exercise and stuff like that. Maureen Teresa, if you could have a full paid vacation anywhere in the world, where would you be going? That's a good question. Go to Jamaica to see my aunt, or Florida to see my grandpa. I'd love to go on a bigger trip with Pete someday to Scotland and Japan. How's your grandma doing? Christine Elizabeth. She's doing a lot better. She's going to be discharged tomorrow. And so I have to go over there. She's staying at a relative's home for now. And I'm going to be going there to help set her up and everything. She needs some equipment in the shower and stuff like that that I purchased for her. So yeah, so she's doing, I'm very thankful. They think she had pericarditis, which she did have a long time ago. She passed out in the kitchen when I was just a kid, and I don't remember it, but I guess she said that it was traumatic for me because I was going, mama, mama. And yeah, she had it then in her 40s, and now she has it again apparently, and she's off the oxygen, which is good. So yeah, thanks for asking. Liv, do you think part of your desire to order takeout is boredom? COVID aside, I know a lack of structure to my day makes me tend to want to eat more. Yeah. I think boredom and just like being in a perpetual like bad habit of just always overeating and wanting food, you know what I mean? For sure, keeping busy helps you take your mind off food, and having structure. I do need some structure in my life, but it just like bores me and it never works out. I do have some form of structure, because structure for me is like looking at my week, putting in my phone like an alarm reminder the night before things I have to do the next day, and somehow just getting them done. Like, you know what I mean? So I'll get up, get ready, do what I gotta do. Like, I don't have like an actual like planned schedule, because, you know, I probably should have one, especially for videos. Like, even though I'm my own boss, I should technically have like, okay, I gotta do this on this day. And I try to do that. It doesn't always work out. I'm really bad at following schedules. As you can see, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I already answered that. Thank you, Jane. What YouTube channel do you love to watch? The one where every time they upload a video, you get excited. Love you and your channel. Okay, so I have like channels on here that some people like consider friends, and I love watching their videos. I love when they upload. So for example, Amberlynn Reed, I get excited when she uploads because I find her videos very relatable. I find her problems relatable. I don't read her comments. I watch her videos for her, and I just really like them. I really like the relationship with her and Becky. It's very, they're very unique people, and they're, you know, I don't find her boring at all. And like I said, I relate to her on so many levels, and I like, you know, I get excited to see what she's up to now, what she's doing in her day, and I love her animals, so I like to get excited when she uploads. Other people I watch a lot of smaller YouTubers. You know, I like Sauce Queen, Penguin and the Chef, and Sarah Jane's Journey, Bay Nation. Rad Brad is one of my favorites too. Grand Pooh Bear, those are gaming channels. Skyray Eats, Steven Sushi, Nikocado, Trisha Paytas. I don't really watch a lot of like super big YouTubers. Maybe a few, like Nick and Trisha are there, but Rosie O'Kelly. I know I'm forgetting people. Hungry Fat Chick, Jennifer Gwen Ann, Amy's Life Journey, Crime Scene Cleaning, True Crime Daily. How long have you had your cats, and would you ever get another one? I've had BBJ since 2004 and Sam for 3 years. We've had Timbit since 2005. I'm not going to get another cat until Timbit and BBJ pass away. We don't want more than 3 cats, and well, we might get one when one of the cats passes away. I know BBJ and Timbit are older. I wish they could live forever, but the reality is they don't. So I will always want to have cats. Now, for traveling, we can't really have cats, but I don't know. We'll see. Do you ever watch your old videos to reminisce? Do you ever see yourself say something you don't agree with anymore since you've been doing videos for a few years now? Oh yeah, all the time. I even look so much younger in my first videos, and some of my story times I find a bit cringe, or a bit mean. I think I want it to be a bit shocking with my story times, and I have a dark sense of humor, so does Pete. Not everybody appreciates that, but that's how we are. We don't mean to hurt anybody. But yeah, I do. I reminisce because I kind of miss my old apartment sometimes and my life there. In your Petey, in your older videos, you can notice a gap in your front teeth, but it's gone in your more recent videos. How did you fix that? I have a small gap too, and I would like to know how to fix it. I didn't know I had a gap in my teeth. I don't know. I don't know if I ever had a gap, really. I guess you guys probably examine that more than I do. I didn't do anything. I mean, I really don't know how that happened. I didn't have any teeth grow in, or maybe my teeth just shifted. Oh, maybe because a dentist did tell me I'm missing teeth here. I had to get 2 teeth pulled. And they said if you don't get a crown or like a tooth put in or whatever, a bridge or something like that, maybe your teeth will shift a bit. So maybe my teeth shifted. I don't know. But yeah, good question. Kelly Bingheim, do you talk to your biological father? Not really. Not often. Maybe once a year, honestly. It's always been that way. He was more in my life as a kid, but as a kid, he wasn't. My mom didn't want him around a lot. Like, they had issues. Like, they were teenage parents. I think he tried as a kid when I was a kid, but we have kind of an awkward relationship, and we're not close. So, yeah. So not really. Thank you for your question. Who's that in 91? Do you watch any weight loss videos, and would you recommend any? Actually, I don't. I don't watch weight loss videos. Sorry. Did he start feeling like he was becoming your caretaker? I don't really understand what you mean by caretaker, to be honest. Like, do you mean somebody who showers, like on my 600-pound life, like brings you food, showers? If you mean like you're envisioning me like just sitting there on the couch, you know, just like bring me food, clean my butt or stuff like that, no, that's not how our relationship was at all. The only time he really took care of me was like pretty much like after my surgery, I guess. I would say I do like most of the cleaning, 95% of the time. And no, it's not always up to par, but you know what? If he had a problem with it, he just had to pick up a broom. But no, I mean, I cooked, I'd say 95% of the time. Or yeah, I mean, I don't really know what you mean by that. Like, I shower myself, obviously. I'm not that big that I can't do those things for myself anymore. So I don't have a caretaker except for myself. How did he feel about your eating habits? Did he ever comment on them? So no, he never really comments on them. He just kind of like never says anything like about that. So no, he never made a comment about my eating habits, pretty much ever. Like, you know, so the answer to that is no, he never did. I don't know how he would feel about them. He might feel a certain way about it. What you have to keep in mind for this Q&A is that BB is a very closed book, and he doesn't open up, like, even to me. And that is a big part of why we are breaking up. Because for me, like, not just for me, but in a relationship, if you don't have communication, you can't fix anything. And he's a very closed off person, and he doesn't like opening up and talking about how he's feeling or trying to fix things in a relationship. So I can't, you know, we can't make it work if we can't talk about our feelings. So if he was concerned about my eating habits, which maybe he was, I'm sure he was, especially finding pizza boxes and things like that, but he never really expressed that. So 2 parts. 1, what was the reason for the breakup? So there was a multitude of reasons. Increasingly, our relationship became more and more distant, and that's he, like I just said in the previous answer, he's very distant, he's very closed off. I've approached him many times, kind of giving him an ultimatum, and he doesn't like ultimatums, but I was like, you know, we need to talk and work this out, and things need to change in our relationship. Like, we need to do more things together. You know, I'd be like, let's go on a date or something, let's go out somewhere, and he would always not want to. He always just wants to stay inside and plays video games. That's like the only thing he likes to do, which is fine. I mean, you know, I'm not gonna like shame him for what he likes to do, but at the same time, it's not compatible with what my idea of a loving relationship is. Another thing that really just like, the thing that topped it all off was me not being able to have kids. When we first got together, we never really had a discussion about kids, which we should have. And now, learning from that mistake, if I ever get in another relationship again, which I say I won't, but I probably will at some point, we're going to have that mature discussion before just jumping into things. Because from the get-go, if you really examine who BB and I are as people, we're not compatible. And during that honeymoon phase, when you're just like love is blind and you're so in love, that doesn't matter. But then after that wears off, like it has been, and things become, it's more practical for us to be apart because we're not compatible as people. So there's a mixture of things. You know, the breakup wasn't it wasn't malicious, or there wasn't any bad feelings towards one another. It's just what it is, like him wanting his own biological kids and me not wanting kids. I can't have kids, but even then I probably would say 98% I don't want them. That's a big difference. It's a conflict of interest. So did you and BB break up before New Year's? I know you and Pete have a good friendship, but it's not normal for a boyfriend to accept their girlfriend staying in the same hotel room with their ex. Okay, so what is acceptable to someone is, just because you don't think it's acceptable doesn't mean it's not acceptable to someone else. There's like billions of people in the world and everyone has different opinions, etc. Okay, so BB is used to me hanging out with Pete, and I explained to him that this is just for, like, we each had our own beds. This is for, like, let's say Pete and I travel around and do videos together. We're going to be staying in the same hotel room together because we have to, there was nothing romantic. I know you guys don't believe me, but I have zero romantic feelings towards Pete anymore. It's just that ship has sailed. It's not ever going to come back into the harbor, whatever analogy you want to use. No, it's just not going to happen. And if he had a problem with it, again, he didn't open up and say he did. So how am I supposed to know? I'm not a mind reader, right? So, yeah, it's Pizza's and I's situation is not just like a normal ex situation. Right from the get-go, I explained to BB that he's always going to be in my life. He's a really good friend. And if he didn't accept that, I probably wouldn't have even gotten in a relationship with him. I don't like men telling me who I can and can't be friends with. And if he had any qualms with that, he should have taken it up at the beginning of our relationship. Otherwise, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's not really much I can do about that. So the hotel room, you're thinking of it like as a romantic situation with a guy and a girl. No, it's not. It wasn't like that at all. So yeah, I know people like to make it seem like that for like drama or whatever, but there was absolutely nothing going on except farting and sleeping. I've heard some talk saying that when you say BB's sister, it's not really his sister. It's actually his girlfriend or wife. I know it sounds stupid as all hell, but that rumor needs to be laid to rest. Hope you're having a good day. Yeah, it's just really stupid. Why would I allow his girlfriend or wife to... First of all, that's kind of like ignorant for people to assume just because he's from Africa that he's got like a secret wife somewhere, And number two, I would never allow my man to be with another woman. There's just no way. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't think so. So no, it's his sister. But honestly, if people want to believe it's his girlfriend, I really don't care, like whatever. Okay, did BB steer away from intimacy with you due to you being overweight? I have that issue now in my relationship. I don't think BB steered away from it. Like, when I met him, I was like in the 330s, and I know that because I had been weighed not long before meeting him at a doctor's appointment. And so I was pretty big, and I was always self-conscious of it. He always made me feel so comfortable, and you know what I mean? We found ways, because being big and doing certain like positions and things like that can be awkward, and but we managed to make it work well. And I just think that lately I just haven't really honestly been in the mood for anything intimate, mostly because of my health. And although I do have those feelings, like, like I guess sexual feelings, just not like engaging them with him because of how distant we've grown, and I just don't feel that way about him anymore, and I think maybe he feels the same. So it is possible that my health put a wedge in everything, but I don't know, maybe because like I was big whenever he met me, so I don't see why he would just all of a sudden not be attracted because of my weight. I have asked him that in the past, and he says no, but I mean, he could be lying, right? You don't truly know how someone feels. So, but on my part, it has my health has, I don't know if it's just weight, but has a part to do with it for sure. And so yeah, so there you go. Had BB ever cheated on you? By cheating, I mean anything from talking to another girl in a flirty way, or had slept with someone or kissed someone else. As far as I know, no, and he says no. He's a very trustworthy person. Like, if you guys knew who BB was, he doesn't lie, and he's very honest. He's a very honest person, and I would say no. If he did, I don't know about it, and honestly, I'm okay with that, not knowing. Like if he did, whatever. But not that I know of. But I mean, it's still possible today with like technology to just like anybody can talk to anybody. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But I really don't think like I like being fully intimate with somebody. I don't think so. Why do you still sleep in the same bed? You have a spare room and a couch. I just find it weird that you share the bed. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, a lot of people find it weird, and I find not much has really changed. We broke up, but I think that since we've already been technically emotionally broken up for a while, that not much has changed. I think we just sleep in the same bed. It's a huge king size bed. I don't even really feel in there. We don't really mind sleeping in it together. It's not, I don't know. It might be becoming a little bit increasingly awkward, and I'm hoping that, this month does go by quickly, to be honest, because I just want to move on. But it's not really, I don't know. It's just like, the bed for us, again, it's not like it's not a place of intimacy anymore. So it's just like, we just sleep there, and it's my bed. It's comfortable. I don't want to sleep in another bedroom. So that's why we sleep together. Has BB been talking to different females since the breakup? He says no. Like, I asked him sorry, my hair's distracting me. If he's found somebody else, and he says nope. But, I don't know. Like, like, we don't really truly ever know somebody. Like, I trust him, but he could be talking to somebody for all I know. And really, I mean, there's nothing I can do about that, right? Do you guys argue about YouTube? No, YouTube, we've like probably never maybe talked about YouTube once, and he gave me like a little bit of advice on how to deal with haters, and that was it. I don't know. we don't talk about YouTube. Like when I log off of YouTube, I don't talk about YouTube really. I just live my life. Honestly, there's like, I have a life that you guys totally don't even really, know about. I was thinking about that too. Like my whole foodie beauty is kind of a persona I put on. But I don't do it purposely. You know what I'm saying? And off camera, I'm kind of a different person, but I don't do it purposely. It's just something that happens. And I've noticed that, when I was talking to my therapist. So, yeah, but no, we don't ever talk about YouTube, honestly. So, I mean, it could be affecting him in a way. I don't know. He doesn't open up. So now that you're separating, do you feel like you had convinced yourself to settle and stay with your ex? I just never saw a spark there. Do you mean a spark between BB and I, or Pete? Because no, there's no spark with Pete and I. The spark with BB was strongest before I even did YouTube. I'm not settling to live with Pete because I always had in my mind, the past year or so, I've, gotten fed up with my situation with BB and would message Pete and be like, hey, maybe we should move together. I'm fed up with this. I need to leave, kind of thing. So I'm not really settling to live with him. I think that for a living situation, that's the best situation for me because I don't live easily with just anybody. Like everybody gets on my nerves and I don't want to ruin like friendships. But I've lived with Pete's, and as roommates, and we live all together. And plus he could be in videos too. So yeah, I think that that's the best living situation for me. I don't want to live completely alone. And so yes, and I think that's a good situation for him as well. Were you connected to the rest of BB's family besides his sister? Do you feel the lack of ability to travel with him to his home country and experience things with him contributed to the breakup? I don't really feel connected to his family. I think I've talked to his mom like twice. She always asks about me, which is nice. They're very polite people, but I don't even feel really close to his sister. Like we get along, but I don't know. I don't know if there's like a bit of a language barrier there. Yeah, I'm not able to travel to Africa. Like technically I could probably do it, like buy 2 airplane seats or whatever, but I just don't feel healthy enough to do that. And it's just not something, honestly, I really feel like doing right now at this point in my life. And I think that's not like, maybe it was contributing, but I don't think it really had a huge impact. But I think just me not being able to live, like we just have really different ideas of different lifestyles, really different interests and things like that. So that definitely contributed to it. Yeah. Did YouTube take part in your relationship not working out? So I kind of already answered that, but no, I would say no, it didn't. At least not that I know of. So, if it bothered him that I was a YouTuber, I think, he seemed very uncomfortable, especially being on camera. And I think he's a very private person. Maybe him knowing that our life would forever be public. Maybe it did bother him. So, but like, again, it'd be so much easier to know how he's feeling if he would just open up. But what was your biggest pet peeve that you had with him? Honestly, probably that he played so many video games and didn't give me and our relationship more attention. Just like, like sometimes he'd be so invested in his game that I would like be like beep, like yelling for him to answer my question, and he would like take forever for him to even hear me. I'm not gonna honestly miss that. So yeah, that's probably the biggest pet peeve. Another is that he always leaves like the juice out. Like he'll take something from the fridge and just leave it out all night, and it drives me nuts. I'm sure there's things that drive him nuts about me, but okay, last one. Is there any chance of you two getting back together? Did you break up during an argument? We didn't break up during an argument. We are, I would say, yeah, like we're not getting back together. This is final. I've accepted it. And I'm actually excited to move on. So, and I think he might feel the same way, it's too bad because he is a great person, but, we're just not meant to be together. So, but no, we're not going to get back together. All right, guys. So that's it for this Q&A. Thank you guys for, showing interest and asking these questions. I really appreciate it. If I didn't get to your question, I will, try to do a part 2, and you're still free to leave any questions. It's on my community tab, and, I guess that's it for now. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
This is childproof too. Help me.